we'll do it live. What's going on, everybody? My name's Tim, the one and only child of Mecha. You're watching the Child of Mecha live stream. We had technical difficulties last time, and we had some this time. We're running late tonight. Shit happens. What are you gonna do, right? But you're here, we're here. Let's get past all that, shall we? Reapers. It's a Reapers night. Really is. Really is. So, you guys, sorry about being late. Number one, had some real world things I had to contend with. Dryer's on the fritz. Have to buy parts for it. Never ending struggle. So, those of you that are homeowners or that own a dryer, or probably know that. What are you going to do? But hey, like I said, let's get to it. With that being said, if you want one of these cool-ass Grim Reaper shirts, you can find them on www.childofmecha.com. Hit the store link up at the top. You'll be transported to the store where you'll find shirts, hats, bags, etc. And if you want to check out any of the tools that we're using here tonight, check out the Amazon link just below on YouTube and Twitch. This side if you're watching on Facebook. And if you need kits or paints or whatever your Gunpla needs, check out these guys right down here, my good friends at USA Gundam Store, who so graciously are partnering with me on this 2019 GBWC build. Go, those guys, Adam and all those guys. So, still pissed with audio issues. Yeah, I am still pissed with the audio issues. But what are you gonna do? I don't like it when things go haywire. I am a person that likes status quo, and I hate it when things are thrown awry, you know. So like, if you know, if the dryer breaks down, pisses me off. The music is doubled, pisses me off. If there's no music in the beginning of the damn stream, pisses me off. So, yeah. Anyway, I like status quo. That is my comfort zone. So, anywho, so you guys, yeah, it's been a weekend. So, yesterday, basically had to dismantle my dryer. That's fun. If you've never dismantled a dryer, especially one that's older, like ours is, and it has lint buildup in it, it's nasty and it's dirty and it's dusty and you sneeze and cough all day long afterwards. It's not fun. Yeah, it's not fun. So that's what I did most of yesterday. So I didn't get a lot of time to work on this damn thing this weekend. I did get some time on Saturday, which made some good progress, but nothing pretty much yesterday. So hopefully we can remedy that tonight, and kind of get this thing back on track, if you will. We'll see, right? We'll see. So one thing that I found on Saturday, and I want to show you guys this because this is exciting to me. Let's go camera 2, shall we? What now? What now? Really? Look at this. Look at this. What is this shit? Are you guys seeing what? Status quo, you guys. Status quo. Hang on. Let me fix it. God bless America. Really? Yeah, Chris R. Tim definitely needs a drink, you guys. Holy hell. What is going on here? Like, how did this even change? I don't even know. What the hell? Anyway, I don't know. What is... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's why. Shit, that's why. Never mind. Alright. It's one of those nights, right? It's one of those nights. We're gonna get past it. We're gonna get past it. We can get past this. Alright, actually, let's go right about there. Right about there. That seems like a good focal length. Let's do that, shall we? I think that's good. Anyway. Greebles. You guys know I love greebles. Greebles are like so good, right? And I found a bunch of greebles this weekend. I have, when I went to Japan in 2016, we went to Yodobashi, and I was on the hunt for a specific kit, one that, you know, I couldn't find anyplace else, right? So I found it in Yodobashi, paid out the nose through it, but it was worth it because it yielded all these greeblies. Let me show you the goodness in all these greeblies, right? Now, 99% of these little guys came from one kit, and that was the kit that I was looking for. It was the Arc Cloud Breaker by Plum. And I'll tell you what, man, 99% of these greeblies came from that kit. You got a couple here, like these guys. These came out of a ground GM, so we're going to put those off to the side because they don't really count in this whole endeavor here. This two, those aren't included to get their mates out of here. And this little guy, that's not one of those either. Let's see. Mating parts, get out of there. Okay, so cool. We're left with all these beautiful little greeblies, right? This, I mean, this is a treasure trove right here in terms of little greeblies and detail parts, right? Let's take a look at these here real quick. Got these two little guys. These two little kind of hexagonal little thrusters or something. I mean, you could even use these as a connector, right? Because you could drill into that hole and connect other thrusters or tanks or, you know, wing binders, whatever, you know? So they could serve a double purpose, right? Now, the cool thing is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these greeblies, all of them, and I'm going to resin cast them. Yes. I've got mold rubber and little plates of glass coming in the mail, and hopefully, I think they should be here tomorrow, I want to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these things down nice and flat to the glass, create a mold box around that pane of glass, and then pour the mold rubber into that, and then we're going to have just basically a one part dump mold, and then I'm going to redo that mold 2 or 3 times so I have 2 or 3 of the same mold. So then what I can do is I can cast a whole bunch of copies at the same time. Yeah, so I can have a ton of these greeblies if at my disposal if I wanted to. So these little guys are really cool. There's only 2 of those, sadly. Then you have these kind of cool shaped vents right here. Yeah, almost like sort of hourglass style shaped a little bit. Very, very unique. And I really like the look of those, so we're gonna definitely utilize those. Those are cool. This is an interesting part here too. We got two of these guys. Maybe fill in that gap before I mold. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that, but they've got this nice kind of scribed in lip around the circular area, which is really, really nice. And what else? What else? We got this nice big kind of almost like minus mold style thing, right? And these right here are massive in terms of in terms of robot scale. Robot, R-O-B-U-T-T, robot, right? That's how we're spelling it. So this thing is about, what is that, about almost 15 millimeter, probably about 13, 14 millimeter in diameter, right? So really, really quite big in the grand scheme of things. And we actually get 4 out of that kit, which is kind of nice. Then you've got some just nice little, circular details with the engraved line around the lip and everything. Pretty nice. Good, useful things just to have as a detail piece, right? And then even kind of smaller ones here, which are a little bit more raised. I like those quite a lot, so those will come in nice and handy. And then you've kind of got this whole mechanism here. It's kind of like a polycap arm situation. Now, obviously, my focus is this top part here, because not only is it kind of beveled and all that around here, it's got a nice inner lip. It's got this outer lip here. We can cut this down, and then it's also got this kind of nice extension down here, so we can trim off this outer parts, fill that in, glue it up so it's nice and tall, and that'll be a nice little detail there, especially for like maybe for like knees or something like that. The knee joints and things. Those will, I think, be pretty cool. Yeah. And what else? We got these nice big ass vents here. Big as in, those are about 20 millimeter in length. So substantial. So those are nice. Those could be good for backpacks or main thrusters or something like that, right? So could be really, really cool. We've got these two guys here, which are kind of these weird kind of folded up, focus camera, there we go. These weird kind of folded up style of things, right? So those are interesting too. Got 2 of those. Got 2 of these, which for those of you old school guys, and those of you guys that have watched the Adam Savage Universal Greeble, this kind of looks familiar, right? Not quite that, but this is a nice looking little greeble right here with these little 4 attachment posts around the perimeter. Those are really, really nice looking. So we got 2 of those, and then we got some really quite nice little detail plates here. If the camera would focus. Every time I put my hand in there, no, okay. Some really nice detail plates here. Those are kind of cool. We'll get those going. And then look at these things. Look at these guys. These are cool. Just these round little deals, right? So, what you could do potentially is layer these types of things, with maybe you put a little little round detail part in there. Yeah. And all of this is just kind of decoration around it. Or maybe this is around the connector for fuel tank or thruster bells or something like that, right? Just something to give it nice and, you know, a good look, right? But then, the pièce de résistance, we got some bigger versions, flat, plain versions of these kind of somewhat pseudo-universal greeble type things, right? These will become very, very handy, I think, with certain parts of this Zaku build. Very handy. So, yeah, so that's all the greeblies that I found off of this one kit that I've been meaning to kind of go through, and you know, had one of these little boxes here marked at greeblies. So now I'm just waiting on the silicone and the glass and all that good stuff to get here, and then we can start replicating these bad boys. And I'm going to need to replicate some parts on the Zaku because, like I said, I want to duplicate some of the parts so that if I wanted to show off the Zaku undamaged, I would have that option, right? Because even though this thing is going to get almost chopped in half, you know, I'm still proud of, you know, and I will be proud of the job that I did on it. So I want to have that option, right? So that's going to say that's going to be a necessity to cast some parts. Yes. All right. With that being said, let's switch gears. Let's go to the Zaku, shall we? And let's get a little bit more zoomed out than that. Just a tad bit. I think that's good, yeah? So, last time we met, we were finishing up the beveling of the shoulder shields. Got a little bit more done on the shields than since last time. I really love these builder... Come on, focus, camera. Yeah, so I really love these builder parts, these little launchers here. These fit really, really well on the shields. Just a little bit of jut out on the back, which I think is really nice. He's going to have a double serving of those. Yeah. Got started to do some plating down here. We still have a ton. I got to, you know, have to trim off stuff. So that's kind of where we are. Bro Builder says, glass question mark, you making matrix molds? Actually, no. We're making a single part dump mold. The reason why I'm using the glass is to have a completely flat surface, so that when I go to cast them, I can, and I'll have like 2 or 3 copies of the mold, right? So I'll put and I'm getting 4 plates of glass, so I'll probably do 3 copies of the mold. So I'll put a plate of glass on the bottom to have it nice and flat and straight, put the mold down, fill that with resin, put another piece of glass over top of that so the resin cures nice and flat. Mold, glass, layered in that order, and then we will have nice, perfectly flat pieces that won't really need too much sanding at that point. Because if you don't put the glass on the top, and Brian, I'm sure you know this, you're a professional, but for those of you that don't, oh, not fiberglass. Yeah, not fiberglass, dude. No, nothing like that. I'm not building anything that big. But like I was saying, for those of you the guys that don't know, you put the if you fill a 1-part dump mold, it basically domes while it's curing, and then it could potentially pit down if your resin's shit. So I'm gonna have brand new resin, so I don't want to worry about that. But I don't want doming either, because then you have to sand that flat, and then it's never really 100% flat. So you put the glass down, and then you just guarantee you have a flat surface. So it's simple. Simple stuffs. Simple stuffs. But yes, hopefully we can do some sort of tutorial on it. So we'll see. Kenneth Sim Tim doing single-sided casting. Yeah, it's just one. Basically, it's a one-part open dump mold, as they say. A one-part dump mold. If you're casting like a simple figure or something like that, you just dip the figure in the resin or in the mold rubber, you pour it around, whichever technique that you prefer, and then you cut your figure out of that, and then you have a dump mold, right? But this is kind of more open, so this is basically like an open dump mold. I'm not sure of the proper terminology. I just think that's it, so we'll go with that. All right. So, with that being said, let's pull these shoulders off here, or these shields off here, I should say, and let's get to work on these bad boys, yeah? Come on. There we go. Put Mr. Zaku off to the side there. All right. So, these are just, I just drilled a 3mm hole to accept the peg that just slots in there. It's, decently tight. It's not falling out or anything, but, it's easily removable, right? We did our patented trick with the drill, or with the grinding bit, 10 rotations, just to kind of bevel that down, and boom, slots in real nice, still has plenty of hold, and then once we go through building this up, we'll glue that in place and we'll be in good shape. So, all right, with that being said, we need to do a little bit of cleanup on the plastic here. So we need to do a little bit of filling down here. We need to put a filler plate below this middle one, and then clean up these bottom plates here, because as you can see, there's a little bit of hangover, just a little bit of lip there that we need to trim off. It's not completely flush with the inside of the shield here. So that's basically what it looks like on the inside. And there's the outside thus far. Now, this by no means is the final look. This is just the first layer, right? There will be layering on top of this. Yeah. Tim's camera is haunted. Yeah, dude. It's like focus. It's one of those nights, you guys. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it at this point, because there's no sense in worrying about it at this point, because it is what it is, right? Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, so we need to clean up the seams here on these pieces of plastic. What's that? Hey, look at that, Gary Gumpa, new follower. Thought you got called into work, Gary. Gary messaged me and he said, man, I'm not going to be able to catch the stream. I got called into work early. And here he is, following me on Twitch. Are you watching on your cell phone at work, Gary? Bet he is. Naughty boy. But anyway, thank you for the follow, dude. Appreciate that. Alright, so we're basically just scraping this seam down, making it nice and flush. You can see the discoloration from the glue. So basically what happened is that from applying the glue, the glue is solvent, it took up some of the coloration from the plastic, and basically, laid it down with the rest of the glue. So not a big deal. I mean, you're not going to see that once it's primed and painted anyways. So that's all that it is. Pretty common, really. It's getting nice and flat. We got a couple areas right down here at the bottom that need to be scraped down. But this right here is really one of my favorite kind of seaming techniques. And it's just basically just scraping down, and you can see just the little ultra thin layers of plastic that you're able to get off of this. I mean, this is just like nothing. I mean, it just crumbles and goes to dust in your hand. That's how thin shavings that you get off of this. But it just leaves just a dead ass smooth seam there, and you can't even fingernail test that. That's so smooth now. So there you go. Yeah, Gary's over there on Twitch. He said, just wanted to drop by and say hi to everyone, and Tim, say I'm watching it with my phone. Naughty me. Yes, nice. Gary over there on Twitch. Good job, man. Good job. Well, have a great night at work, dude. Thanks for watching, even though you're on your phone, right? It's all good. All right. But, yeah, like I said, you have to, with this scraping technique, it takes a little bit of practice, because you don't want to, you have to have a balanced blade, right? Because if you tip the blade in this way, you'll end up scraping and scratching the surface. If you tip it too far this way, you'll end up with basically a bevel, right? So again, balance, having this blade flat against this surface, that it takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it, it's pretty easy to achieve. And then even still, you're still going to make mistakes. I still make mistakes. I still scratch and I still bevel slightly these pieces, but if I can avoid it, I absolutely will, right? So, and this beats sanding, right? Because it's quicker, it's cleaner, and it leaves a much finer surface, I think. There we go. Just had to get that end nice and flat. And yeah, man, that's dead ass flat right there, you guys. Yeah. So there we go. Have to trim all these and everything there, and obviously trim this ugly thing off, right? But before we do that, we gotta take care of these other two. Oh, and I totally forgot, simply because of the technical difficulties in the beginning, but you guys, I discovered some MadWorks products on Amazon yesterday, and I only see 2 chisel blades on there, only 2, unfortunately. But they also have some sanding pads and sandpaper. But then also they have the scribing tape is on there as well. So if you hit up the link, the Amazon link below, I have it in a basically quarantined off in its own section, right? So go check that out if you'd like. Anything that you can't find, go to your, typical vendors for that. USA Gundam store, Mr. Dash's store. Those places will probably have better stock, maybe even better prices. But for those of you guys that are, Amazon lovers like I am, it's an option. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good option, but thought I'd at least mark those and save those for you guys to peruse. So check it out if you are so inclined, right? Like I said, they only have two chisels on there, which is kind of disappointing, you know. Wish they had more actual chisels, but you know, it is what it is. Say la vie. You don't want to get these little shards of plastic in your nose like I just did. I'm going to tell you that right now, everybody. It's not fun. Not fun at all. And I'll be honest with you, this is very unglorious. Tedious even. But it's one of those things where you really have to put your nose to the grindstone and just do it, right? This is just one of the not really fun parts about modeling, but it is crucial. It's one of those basic types of things that you absolutely must do if you want a successful piece. Yeah, nice and flat. So now that basically just looks like one block of plastic on here, right? So yeah, looks good. I'm scratching the little edge off here while I'm trying to read comments. Hey, Flynn's with us. What's up, Craig Flynn? Mr. Flynn Burger. What's going on, brother? Now, I would imagine that it's afternoon over there in Aussie land. So, Craig, are you at work? Are you watching at work, buddy? Or are you home already? I don't know. He could be home already, you guys. Okay. Whoa. That almost turned out bad. Guilty. He's at work. I love it. I love it. See, that makes me feel good, though, you guys. Because, honestly, they, people watching at work, man, they risk getting in trouble to watch me, and that makes me feel good, right? So that's cool, man. That's cool. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate it, brother. Bailey says, oh, the Madworks on Amazon is being carried by Galactic Toys. They are the same seller on eBay that started carrying them, and they have their own website. Okay, so there you go. I've gotten Gundam kits from them before. They're pretty good. Cool. Let's see. Julie Stemsky, if you were to leave the pencil marking on the plastic, would that have any effect on the paint? Ah, very good question. Very good question, Julius. So, Julius wants to know if we leave that pencil mark, all these pencil marks, will it have any adverse effect on the primer or the paint or what have you? The answer to that question is no. Not a bit. Not one bit. I've left pencil markings on pieces before, and no, it does not ever affect the adhesion of primer or paint. So that's a good thing, right? I've even gone so far as to primer, paint, and then have to strip a piece, and the pencil marking is still there, completely intact, like it was before I primed and painted it. So, yeah, absolutely no ill effects whatsoever. Now, what I will say though is, before you paint these parts, you obviously want to make sure that you wash them. You know, I think that's pretty, you know, standard fare. You know, if you guys follow the build workflow, you know, that I have posted on my website and on Facebook, hey, it's on the screen right now, just below. Check that out. Yeah. Perfect timing, right? If you guys follow that, you know to wash the parts before you prime them. You know, alcohol bath, even if you wanted to go so far as that. But you want to get any surface contaminants off of there. But the pencil markings are completely fine to leave on. So there you go. Good question, Julius. Very, very good question. All right, so both of these are nice and seamed as far as I can tell. Definitely passes the fingernail test nicely. I'm not getting any catch on there at all. Now, when I say fingernail test, for those of you guys that don't know what the fingernail test is, it's when you have a seam and you basically just run your fingernail across it perpendicular, basically against the grain, if you will, or against the seam. So the seam is running this way. We go this way with our fingernail, and if your fingernail catches on any part of that, then you know you have a gap. You know you have some sort of deformation in that seam still to work on. Now, if your fingernail glides right across it, like mine is, then you know that seam is pretty much perfect. And that's ready to go, ready to prime, and chances are pretty good at that point that you will not have to do any filling beyond what you've just done. But there's still always a chance. So let me preface. You say a preface before you say something. I don't know. Let me amend. Good word. What I was saying here, even though it may pass the fingernail test, there still may be some sort of surface irregularities or dips or whatever in the seam after you prime it. Priming is the true teller of any surface preparation, right? Primer keeps you honest. So prime it, check for surface imperfections, and then go from there. All right. So we've got these seamed. These are looking good. These two here, pretty sure we've seamed these. Yeah, we've seamed these two. We have not seamed these two here, so we needed to do this here real quick. Forgot to do these. Very nice, very nice. All right. So you guys, another, I guess, little update. What, a week or so ago, it was when we talked about GBWC for the first time. So it was probably close to 2 weeks ago, maybe. I had mentioned a thing that Justin and I were developing, a build show, and we're doing pretty good with that. We've got 19 people that are definitely committed. Builders that you would absolutely know. And so we're still in kind of planning stages right now, but everything is looking really quite nice to bring that to you guys on definitely a regular basis, right? So that's coming along really, really well, and I'm very, very excited about that. We've got, what, 19 hard commits. We've got 5 or 6 other soft commits, meaning that they'll try to be on, right? Now, what's going to happen is we can't fit 19 people on one single build stream, right? So it's going to be rotational. So people will rotate in, rotate out based on their schedules, based on their desire to be on the show or not, right? Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys have ever seen those Gundam Guys build streams, very similar to that. Very similar to that, or almost really exactly like that. But, you know, we're going to actually, you know, obviously have kind of a different cast of characters. I have invited, you know, a lot of those Gundam guys on because they are my good friends, and I think pretty much all of them are solid commits at this point. So, we're going to have a bunch of those guys on. I love those guys. And a lot of other cool people from around the world. So it's going to be a really good time, I think. So more news to follow, but thought I'd give you guys an update. Yep, Brian, there's one of the guys that you're definitely going to see on there. Bailey has also committed as well, and who else? I don't know if anybody else on here right this second is, other than Bailey and Brian. I'm not sure if anybody else is on that has hard committed at this point. So. Man, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, you guys. So, more to come on that later. Okay? More to come on that. So, thought I'd give you the update because it's exciting. It really is. Yeah. Yes! And Flynn. Flynn is, I guess, yeah, like you said, a soft commit. You know, when the schedule permits, I think. But, yes, Flynn is definitely in there as well. So, Kenneth Sim, was it anyone could commit? Like I said, man, it's invites only, brother. I'm sorry, Ken. It's one of those things. Like, trying to reach parched. It's dry in here tonight, you guys. Like, my eyes are killing me right now. Like, can you see the bags under my eyes? Like, I normally have bags under my eyes because that's just my genetics. But you see, like, it's crazy bad right now. It's super dry in here. We got the humidifier going and everything, and it's still super dry. But anyway, no, Kenneth, I'm sorry, man. It is invite only. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bad guy, but yeah. Scuffle said. Oh, Scuffle, you always make me laugh, brother. He says, so no worries. For those of us that Tim didn't ask, our pillows missed being soaked with tears of failure. Oh, that's good. That's good right there. That's good stuff. Oh, Scuffle. Always with the great comments, I swear. Alright, so let's see, mute that. Oh, whoa, nope, you mute that. Sorry, you guys. Had to open up the Facebooks because I didn't do that before because I was obviously running around with like a chicken with my head cut off. So cool. So yeah, Facebook is good to go. So cheers to everybody. Oh man, oh man. Whew. Very dry in here. Very dry. Don't like dry. I don't know if I could live in like Arizona and California where it's super dry. I don't know. I can't do it. Maybe move to Florida where it's like super humid, right? Maybe my eyes would get better. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. All right. So we've got these nice and seamed. These are looking good, top and bottom. Now what we got to do is we've got to cut a piece for Jim and Boo. Jimmy, why are you subscribing? Like, is this like your third account, Jim? Crazy. Like, that's like, I think he's like liked or subscribed the YouTube channel like 3 or 4 different times. I mean, like, I think he like unsubscribes or makes new accounts just to up my sub count or something. Who knows? Crazy. Hey, Ken Caldwell over there. He says, got the Sinanju t-shirt. Thank you. Awesome. That's awesome. Flynnberger, later, gang. Gotta bounce. All right. Have a good meeting, Craig. Nice. Jim and Boo. I just jumped into sub. Got to get back to work. LMAO. Nice. Well, thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that, brother. Oh, my. All right. So, with that being said, we need to get our good friend. You know him. You love him. Boom. The chopper. Get to the chopper. That's what I say. Get to the chopper. All right, so now this middle piece right here is exactly 9 millimeters in width. So we need to get this locked in at 9 mil, right? So we move that. We get our L square here. Get this locked in right there at a good old 9 mil. Get our stop block locked in, and now we just cut this piece of plastic here. Now, we don't need this whole piece for the underside of one shield, so actually what we can do is we can then cut this down like that, and now we have 2 separate pieces that we can use on both of the shields. So there we go. Move that off to the side. Kurt Hill ordered my Sinanju hat and white dingo shirt the other day. That was you? Oh, nice. Very cool. Scuffle, Jimmy either forget his password or is artificially inflating your subscriber count. Oh, I'll tell Jim to make more videos, damn it. Yeah, you know what? Jim's in a situation right now. He's got he's got a young baby boy that he is, you know, taking care of and everything. So it's tough, man. And he's a new father and everything. So we got to cut him some slack a little bit. So Jim's in good shape. He'll come back. He just he's in that new family mode that's super tough. So yeah. He said he's over on Twitch. He says, I'm stupid busy, yo. Nice. I'm stupid busy, yo. Yeah, he really is stupid busy. With that and work and everything and the dogs. Because you know Jim loves his dogs, you guys. Loves those dogs. Alright. Glue up this piece here. Make sure this is lined up properly. Now, okay, so it looks like we're a little wide. Looks like we're a little bit wide on here. On this, so we'll need to trim it back once the glue cures, but we'll get one side at least completely flush with that top part, right? So here, let's get Let's get zoomed in there all the way so you guys can see. So yeah, you see there, it's just a little teeny tiny overhang. That's maybe a 1/4 of a millimeter at most there. So not a big deal. What we can do once we get this trimmed up, we'll come back with the T-square. We'll use that as a cutting guide. We'll line this up with the top plate and then use our good old chisel blade, guillotine that off of there. That'll be perfectly flush, perfectly trimmed, so we won't have to worry about that too much. So we'll put that off to the side for right now. Do the same thing with this underside here. Let's check the orientation. Should be the same on both. Yeah. Now, some of you may be asking, why not trim off the other piece right now? Well, I don't particularly feel very confident in my ability to only cut a 1/4 millimeter at this point. So I'm not going to risk it. I am going to wait until the glue is dried and then use, like I said, use the T-square to get a nice perfect flat guide to cut this thing properly. So it is perfectly aligned. But first we got to get this one edge straight. Move it back into position here. All right, so now push this over with the ruler until it hits the top plate, and there. So now this side is perfectly flush. This side will need to be trimmed. Bada boom, bada bing. So there we go. Oh man, oh man. Anyway, let's see. This couple says, why isn't he using the Loctite? You know what? Because I knew I would have had to move that shit around, and honestly, I just felt like using this. What more can I tell you? Sponsors dumped him, right? Space Rat, are we really going to try to play that game? Can we just go with modifications to that part, or pending, work in progress, waiting for paint, and so on till complete? I like Space Rat's idea, honestly. So, but you guys do what you want. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You have at it, right? All right. So we've got those going. So those are good to go. Now, what I want to do. So these pods obviously are going to be mounted like that, right? But they can't just be, they just can't be sitting there, yeah? Because you see this kind of nice big gap right there underneath of it. You've got the peg and everything. You've got a little bit of overhang on both sides, which I like, right? But it just looks tacked on. So we need to do something about that. We need to remedy that, right? Andrew back ordered 8 wings. Was hangy. Hangy? Hangy. I don't get it. Hungry? Whatever. So we're going to need to build this up. I want to make basically build up some kind of bracket looking things, and I think that will bring the look a little bit more into into realism here. So with that being said, what we need to do is find out what the overhang is for both sides here. Now, this looks to be about 2 millimeter. Yeah, just a hair over 2. Probably about 2.5 millimeters. So that's actually good. So what we'll do is to, let's see, we'll use some 2 millimeter under this, just like that. That'll still give a nice, still a nice hint of a overhang there. But then we'll come down, and I think that was 6. It's a little bit longer. Let's see what we need here. We need about 5.5 or so. Let's see if we've got some 4.8 in here. Come on, you. Get the collection of strip out here. Let's see. 4.8. Here we go. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it's going to. That might be a little short for what we need. Need to order some more 4.8. I only got a little bit left. Crap. All right. So, ooh, look at that. That's not bad. That'll probably work decently well. We'll put the 2 under there, and then we'll get the 4.8 there. Oh, you guys. And then it will just need just a bit. Come on, focus. Focus now. There we go. So then it'll just need a bit of trimming down here. Mr. Bassman, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. He's asking, does anyone use Mr. Leveling Thinner with Tamiya? Heard Tim's thoughts and wanting to jump ship from Vallejo. Sick of my airbrush clogging. Well, you're in the right place. You're in the right place, man. Yes, the combination of Tamiya and Mr. Leveling Thinner works wonderfully. Works beautifully, actually. If you have seen, like, the tutorial that I have on my website, childofmecha.com, you'll see examples of what I used what I used Tamiya and Mr. Leveling Thinner on. I used it a lot on the Blue Destiny. I used it exclusively on my 2 little bear guys, and then also on the Gundam version Logic. Used it on that as well, and it came out awesome. Came out amazing. So yeah, what happens is that Mr. Leveling Thinner kind of imbues the characteristics of a solvent lacquer based paint into the Tamiya color. So what that gets you is increased dry time, or increased cure time, I should say. It also increases durability dramatically, and it also leaves you with a much, much smoother coat of paint as well, which is just amazing. So yeah, it's like a win-win-win all the way around. Not only do you get the entire line of Mr. Color at your disposal, now you get the entire line of Tamiya colors at your disposal. So you have 2 complete lines of paints that you can use on any model, and you can interchange layers of them, which is awesome. Yeah. So there you go. I use it all the time. It's perfect. Jeremy Christopher Russell's over there on Facebook. Good evening. Love the Wabu. Oh, what is it? The Baowu. Wow, he said Wabu, Bawu conversion. That's not mine. That's not mine. That's somebody else's. I just found it online, and I was just like, damn, that's pretty damn cool. But for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I shared a build from the Facebook page Mecha Cure today about this crazy converted Bawu. It's just an amazing looking piece. So I was like really taken back by it, and it was just awesome. So Donnie Baxter's over there. What's going on, Donnie? Thanks for watching again. He says, today I mixed Mr. Leveling Thinner with Future to coat decals, and oh my god, it sprayed beautifully, so smooth and leveled like magical fairy liquid. Magical fairy liquid. There you go, guys. Andrew Young, wait, what Bawu? The one I posted, you goon, the one you commented on. Come on. Mr. Bassman, that's awesome. Thanks, Tim. Going to try it out this weekend on a Liger Zero. Nice, dude. Andrew Young's that. Oh, that one, the bootleg Jetfire build. Man, get out of here. Jeremy Christopher Russell over there on Facebook. Sorry, yeah, still though. Yes, it was amazing. It's super, super cool. Just what the builder did to it was freaking awesome. Like, most of it, if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend you checking it out. Either go to Mecha Cure Facebook page or hit up the Chata Mecha Facebook page. Either one, I don't care. It's just really, really cool to see. And so what this guy did, I don't know who the builder is, and he wasn't credited originally, but basically he took the main components of a Bawu, the RE100 Bawu, and converted it into just something else, man. The Wave Rider form of it is just off the charts cool. If you guys kind of remember the newer version of Battlestar Galactica, the fighters they have in that, it looked somewhat similar to that, kind of had the similar shape, kind of. And man, this thing in Wave Rider form is so clean. One commenter on the post I shared was just like, how does it not scrape the paint? And I'm like, I have no idea, but it must be well crafted for it to do that, right? Kenneth Sim just posted to Twitter, is this the guy? Is this the guy? This is the guy. Thank you, Kenneth Sim, for the hookup. Holy. Oh, and he has more photos too? What? Yo. Nice. Okay. I gotta post this. Hang on. Copy there. I'll paste it in there for Twitch. There you go, Twitch. Facebook, I'm pasting it in there for you guys too. There you are. Now, what I gotta do is update my post on that thing. Where is it here? Let's see. We will get this updated with the link to this gentleman's Twitter, and we will also hit that follow. That's a good, come on, follow. There we go. That's a good follow right there, you guys. Yeah, that is pretty. Okay, so here we go. Edit, post. I really like this. Return, paste. Done editing. Bang on. And it opens up to that guy's page. Super cool. Oh, and his header image. I love that. Damn, this is nice. Oh. All right, I gotta go peruse this guy's Twitter account later. Oh, and he's got whip photos and everything. Come on, get out of here. That's amazing. That's awesome. Kenneth Sim, thank you so much for the hookup, brother. That is super cool. Holy moly. Yes. Well, here, I will post it on the good old YouTube then. I thought it would come through, but I guess not, right? Weird. There we go. Oh, Bailey got it too. Cool. Rockin'. All good. Yeah, live chat switched, fixed it. So yeah, get on the live chat, people. You're running behind if you don't. If you don't. Gamerbud says, oh yeah, I just saw that on my Twitter feed. Dude, I love seeing shit like that on my Twitter feed, dude. Love seeing that on my Twitter feed. Mm-hmm. Jeremy Christopher Russell, have you done any bust work yet? Yes, actually, I did a 1/35th resin new Gundam head, one of the head models back in the day, back in the, I guess, early 2000s. One of the original G systems, when the new Gundam, their new Gundam mold was roundier than what they have now, which I like a lot better. But yes, I did that. That's on the website too, or at least it should be. So go check it out. Yeah. Chris R. Tim! Chris! Look what else he is sharing. Okay. What else is he sharing? It is a webpage, or is his Twitter page. Yeah. What we just posted. But that's cool. So yeah, good share on that. Good share on that. That's good. Yeah, Bailey says those wing binders. Yeah, man. Like, how? Like, that's amazing. Freaking amazing. Shit, I dropped my T-square. It's bad. Mr. Bassman, why did you guys ignore my beautiful joke? Did we miss a good joke? Let's see. I'm always up for a good joke. Let's see. Good call. Live chat fixed it. Go on. Let's see. Where? Wow, that looks beautiful. Yeah, got caught up. Sorry. That got caught up. Nice. Jeremy Christopher Russell over there on Facebook just completed my first RX bust by magnifier. Nice, nice. The head models and like the bust pieces are really cool because you can add so much detail into those things, right? I've got up there a 1/35th XS and GPO2 head still from way back in the day, from the good old G system guys. So yeah, I get around to it one of these days. Yeah, get around to it one of these days. Kenneth Sim with the Twitter hookups tonight, you guys. Anyone interested in putty work on the O? Let's see. This guy has a potato for his avatar. All right. I don't know about this one. This is very Kondo-esque, you know? Yeah, that is very, very Kondo-esque, which I'm not a huge fan of Kondo's designs. But I can really appreciate the work that went into this particular O. Holy mackerel. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's just not my aesthetic preference, you know? But, hey, good share. And here's Chris R with some more Twitter love. What do we got here? Ooh. Ooh. We got a Q-Blade Damned painted up. Nice. What? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. I love the look of the Keyblade Damned. If it just wasn't so damned expensive. But yeah, it's not bad. That's not bad. Ooh, wait a minute. His current build, though. His current build is a Stark Jagan. Now, the big question is he using resin? Is he using the resin conversion kit? Or is he converting this himself? And that looks like he's... No, that's something different. That looks like a... Oh, that's a 1/60th bust that he got there. Okay, so that's completely different. Still, though, not bad looking. Not bad looking. Man, lots of Japanese Twitter love tonight, you guys. And I do love Japanese Twitter. I mean, it makes my Twitter feed interesting. Right? Shit, that's all I got. It's really all I got on my Twitter feed. That's the only people I follow on Twitter are Japanese builders, because that's where Japanese builders post mostly. You know, most of them don't post on Instagram. Most of them don't post on Facebook. For some reason, they stick to Twitter, right? That's the reason why they still have GeoCities over in Japan, and the reason why they still they do Yahoo auctions instead of eBay over there. It's just a Japanese thing. It's a cultural thing. I don't know, but hey, whatever. Thank you, Andrew. TMI, dude. Jesus. Jeremy Christopher Russell over there on Facebook. Any suggestions on Metallizer's paints besides Model Master? Yeah, lots. All Clad is amazing. Metallic paints, probably the best, some of the best, if not the best, metallic paints out there. They have all sorts of metallics. They specialize in metallics. What else? Mr. Metal Color, I think that's what the proper name is. And then they have Mr. Metal GX and all that stuff. And you can get that on USA Gundam Store, places like that. Yeah, those would probably be my two top suggestions for metallic paints. Is the Mr. Color line, the various Mr. Color lines of metallics, and then also All Clad obviously would be my #1 suggestion, because it's just amazing paint. You know, and it's expensive, but you get what you pay for. Yeah. It's, you know, when I had a local hobby store, I could get it for around, I think, like $6 a bottle, $7 a bottle. Depending on what it was. The chrome was a little more expensive, but the rest of the colors, the stainless steel, brushed aluminum, copper, all of that was, I think, around $6 or $7, something like that. Pre-thinned, you don't have to dick around with thinning or anything like that. It's ready to go. For my money, All Clad Copper is a perfect color. It's just perfect. I will say no more. It's just perfect. There's nothing you can say bad about All Clad Copper. There's just not. It's just amazing. There you go. There you go. Who's messaging me? Andrew, stop. What are you doing? Andrew is sending me photos. What are you sending me photos now, little Andrew? Now I have to redo my windows here just so I can talk to Andrew. All right, what is he showing me? Let's see. Oh, Zaku 2. Ooh, nice detail. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. I like it. Yeah, I dig it. Good find. Good find. Well done, little Andrew. Well done indeed. Anyway. Only sending you Zakus from now on. You need them. Be grateful, Tim. Look at the beauties. Yeah, no, I think they look great. I think they look great. So, good job. Ultraman Dyna, does anyone here know how good this putty is? I've seen Japanese builders use it. Let's see. Leopardmodel.com. This is Finishers. Okay, so Finishers is, from what I've heard, quite amazing. One of the best. But it is a little bit harder to find, especially here in the States. I think Volks USA has Finishers, but I can't be certain. You can get it like on eBay and stuff like that, but you're gonna pay for it. But I've never used their lacquer putty. What I would imagine is that it is very much like I would imagine it's very much like Tamiya White or like a filler putty, not an epoxy putty. So, you know, there's something to keep in mind there. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you are going to rinse your model in, like if you were going to give it an alcohol bath before you prime it, it could start to eat away at that because it is solvent based. So that's something to keep in mind. That's why, like I always say, use super glue as a filler because it's impermeable to alcohol and the other solvents and stuff like that. So it just works. It just works, right? It just works. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now I gotta redo my windows here because little Andrew needed to show me Zaku pictures. So sorry about that, guys. Anyway, let's see. What? If you want to see it, make Tim screen share the beauties. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I got work to do. I got shit to do, man. I got shit to do. Don't bother me with this shit. All right, so making this bracket looking thing, right? Yeah, Bailey says probably not going to find it if there is not a distributor in the U.S. like for Gaia, Notes, Mr. Color, and SMS. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's just one of those things. It's hard to come by, but from what I've heard, it's an excellent paint. All right, so this is roughly 20 millimeter. So we'll call it 20, even though it's 19 3/4. We'll call it 20. So, chopper time. Stop. Chopper time. Oh. Sorry. Those of you guys that remember Hammer back in the 90s, yeah? No? Yeah? Fuck it. I don't know. Stop. Chopper time. I like the sound of it. Chopper time. There we go. Lock that in at 20 millimeter. And let's get to cutting. So now we're going to need 4 pieces. Let's square up the end first. We're going to need 4 pieces of both widths. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, last one. Done. 4 pieces of 4.8. Now we're going to need 4 pieces of 2. Let's square up the edge. 1, 2, 3. Billy says 2 legit. Someone remembers. Thank you, B. Appreciate that, buddy. Mikkel, what's going on, buddy? Space Rat 53 with the good question. What are some good gold paints out there? Man, I will tell you my favorite gold is Mr. Metal Color GX Rose Gold. It is probably the closest to let's see, it's probably the closest to Hayakushiki gold that I've found. Right there. That is a pretty gold, you guys. And this sprays like amazingly well. The pigments in this are really nice. As you can see, pigmentation in this is quite high, and the flakes are super tiny. So yeah. Let's see. But yeah, this would be my #1 gold color. Crack this open here. Now obviously this is thinned down a little bit, but you can see just how nice. Chris, thank you for the follow over there on Twitch, buddy. Appreciate that. But you can see how smooth, how just creamy smooth that is. That is just a nice gold right there. If you're gonna repaint your Hayakushiki, this is the one. That's the one, you guys. Mr. Metal Color GX Rose Gold. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Bailey says not everyone in our age is in the stream. Yeah, right. Yeah, see, Brian, of course, everyone our age knows MC Hammer. Hell yeah, right? Chris R, can't chop this. Do 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 do. Anyway. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to make this kind of pseudo bracket looking thingy. So what we've got this 2mm piece under here. Oh, what the, wait a minute. It's a little shorter than, why is that shorter? Hold up. Did we not measure correctly? Oh, son of a bitch. Damn it. All right. Well, back to the drawing board. We'll save these as cutoffs here. We won't get rid of these little pieces. We'll use them at some point later, but let's get that chopper back. Gives us another chance to say, stop! Chopper time! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Stop. Chopper time. Alright, so now I think this is the 4.8 right here. It is. Alright, cool. And this is 1 mil too, yeah? Yep, 1mm. This is 2. Yep, 1mm. Yep, there we go. Cool. Alright, let's try this one more time. Damn caliper. So I need 25 instead of 20. Gotta love it when the caliper is not zeroed out, right? Like, why would it be five under? Come on. Andrew, stop. Okay? We've talked about you Always making stupid jokes and stuff. You got your hand slapped before. Don't make it happen again, dude. Alright. Alright, so now, let's try this one more time, shall we? There we go. Much better. Much, much better. Much, much better. Get these off to the side, put the chopper back away without spilling other shit all over the damn place. Let's get this popped back on. And now we can mock this up like this. We're going for that look right there. That's looking pretty nice. Now, there should be a 1 millimeter space, or about 1 millimeter, probably 3/4 then. Let's check that. Let's see, there's a 3/4 piece here. This looks to be 3/4. Let me see. Yep. All right, cool. So now there should be a 3/4. Yep, 3/4 millimeter gap right there. So what we'll do. Julius Dembski. He says, I bet Tim had a pair of those baggy pants that MC Hammer used to wear. I don't think so. I don't think anything that baggy. I don't think anything that baggy. Yeah, I don't think so. I wasn't, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I liked hip hop, or I still like hip hop. I like hip hop, I like rap, I like all that stuff. One of my many musical preferences, but yeah, back in the day, man, I used to listen to, and well, not really MC Hammer because he was a little too pop for me back in the day, but it was still, you know, it was still a catchy song. Let's not get it twisted here. Let's be real. Let's be real. Okay, so that's gonna land on that bevel, so I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, so what we've got to do, because this 2 millimeter landed, when it was glued up against here, it landed right on this bevel here, right? On the shield, which I do not like that because there's not a lot of surface area for it to glue onto. So what we've got to do now is to glue it on to the top of this 4.8 millimeter piece, and we'll go from there. Now, yes, we're using Plastic Magic at this point because I am going to need a little bit more time with this to get it straight and looking good. Just like that. Okay, and then we will use the angle guide of the chopper as kind of a push tool here to make sure that's nice and adhered to. So that now is looking nice and flush with that. Nice and even on this side, yeah. Yep, looks good there. Looks good there, rock and roll. Okay, so now we'll put this back on there. Now we can have our bracket. Whoops. Have our bracket nice and flush there. Yeah. Just like that. Let's get zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see this a little bit better. So we have our bracket there. Nice and neat. Now what I might do is trim that down just a bit, because you see there are where's my little bamboo skewer thingy here? There it is. So what I'm noticing is that these bevels here on the launcher, they kind of shorten the bottom of this base here a little bit. So what we can do is move this over to meet that bevel, yeah, and then have it cut off right here. So let's do some measuring and then we'll cut the rest of the pieces to fit, yeah. And that's going to end up being 23 millimeter. Oops. Yeah, about 23 millimeter. So we need to cut off 2 millimeters off the other pieces here. So stop. Chopper time. All right, here we go. Now, since this is a 2 millimeter strip, we can just use that as a spacer guide. Slide that all the way over to the blade. Remove that, and now get all of our pieces up here in place. And we will chop these down by 2 millimeter. Just like that. And there we go. Now we have trimmed up pieces there. Put the chopper back off. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to chop this assembly down, since it's all one piece. And there we go. We got a nice little L-shaped trim off piece there. So that came out perfectly. That's what we want, right? So now, since we trimmed this up nicely, let's take a look and see. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Nice. There we go. That's exactly what we want. So basically what we're looking for is this bevel coming down to meet this edge here, right? And then what we'll do later on, once we get all these pieces in place and get them glued up, is we'll make some little plastic triangles out of like some 1 millimeter strip, 1 by 1, and we'll kind of just glue those underneath here. Barbatos Lupus, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Thank you for watching. But we'll, you know, probably 4 or so little triangles here to make it look a little bit more reinforced, to make it look like a true platform that this thing is sitting on. And then also what we'll do is we'll make a little insert piece in here so you can't look through and see that peg. Now what's also going to help is that that little insert piece in there is going to help with the registration of this piece and keep it straight, because obviously this thing can you know, swivel all the way, you know, a little bit back and forth. So we don't want that movement at all. Obviously, you know, we're going to glue it in place, but to align it properly, we're going to make those little insert pieces, and that's going to take care of that alignment for us. So that'll be in yeah, a good thing. Yeah. So, all right. So now let's mass produce these little L brackets here real quick. So let's get some glue ups going here. Get our plastic magic over here. Squeeze these pieces together here. And so basically what we're doing is we're using the 1, 2, 3 block as a level surface, and what's basically happening is this is making the backs here perfectly straight, right? So we have an exact 1 millimeter hangover from this 2 millimeter strip on this part, and then we're using the angle guide for the chopper. We're just basically squeezing the 2 millimeter strip down onto the 4.8 millimeter strip, and we can also use it to straighten out the sides as well. So pretty straightforward stuff. Looking good there. All right, next piece. Good. Nice and straight all the way around, nice and flush on the back. Yeah, like it. I like it. There we go. All right, last one. Okay. Nice and flat. Nice and straight. So we got 4 identical L brackets now. Just like that. Easy. So now, what we're going to do, got the brackets for the front, like that. And now we're going to have brackets for the back here as well. Now these are going to come up a little bit farther, obviously, because you have this dip here, right? So not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, because we're going to have, like I said, we're going to have these little triangles underneath of this overhang here along the edge of it, and that's just gonna, like I said, it's just gonna make it look more reinforced. So I think that will look quite nice. Now, what we're also gonna do, we also have to make brackets for the other 2 sides here, top side and bottom side. Now, we could potentially do something like that, but I would cover up those nice bevels there, and I don't like that. I would like something to show that. So what I think we might want to do is make 3 separate little brackets to go here, here, and here to hold that. I like that idea. And then we're going to make another solid bracket up here, but that is going to need to be angled over at a 45 to overhang this edge. So, yeah, fun times. All right, what a night! What a night! Cool. So let's see what we need here. What do we need? We need, this is what, 25 across? Yeah, 25 across. Cool. So let's get that locked back in to the chopper here. Where's the L square? Where'd it go? Great. Lost the L square. Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3 block was sitting on it. Okay, so we're gonna measure this into 25 right there. Boom. We're gonna lock this in. Good. Put that off to the side. Now we need to decide on some width here. I think we're still going to use 2 millimeter as a top bracket piece to hold that. But we need to, again, we need to compensate for the bevels on each side. So let's see. Let's see where that comes into play. That's 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter. So we need 23 again. All right, so what we'll do is we'll use our already made L bracket as a spacer, since we know that's already 23. Get that locked in, and now we will cut some more pieces of this 2 millimeter. Is this 3/4? Yeah, see, this is the 3/4 stuff. I don't want this. I want the 1 millimeter. Where did that go? Here it is. This is what we're looking for now. So 1 there. 1 there. We're only going to get 1 more piece out of this strip. 1 there. Put that cut off over there. And let's see. It's 4.8. Nope, don't have it out. Let's see. 1x2. Here we go. We're gonna get another 1x2 strip of plastic out here. We're gonna work with that. Put that off to the side. Put that away later. Square up the end properly. Chop 1 more piece out of that. Put that off to the side. Put the chopper over there so we can get back to seeing what we've got here. So we'll put the launcher back on this thing, and now this should be matched up to that bevel. Yeah, nice, 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 very good. Donnie Baxter over there on Facebook, he said, I bet you had Jams and Jinko jeans. No, dude. No. Nothing like that. I wasn't that dude. I wasn't that dude. No. Man. You know, I had style in high school, man. It was fun. Sandy Lee says, where can I get this chopper? So depends on where you live, Sandy. If you're in the States, you can get it at several different places. The place that I would probably recommend most at this point is Evergreen Scale Models. They make the styrene strips and everything. You can find them at evergreenscalemodels.com. They have the chopper under their tools section. And then also, if you can't get it there, sometimes they'll have it on Amazon, but if not, I would say then you can go to the makers of the chopper, which is the Northwest Short Line. But their website sucks, and it's hard to navigate, and it'll take you forever to actually find the listing for the chopper. So I would highly suggest evergreenscalemodels.com. Yeah, and Chris was nice enough to post a link over on YouTube. And I will copy that, and it looks like it's in stock, $49.95. That's a still pretty damn good price. And boom, there you go, Sandy. Hopefully that helps. Chopper 2. Sean Booth, hobbytools.com AU if you're in Australia. There you go. There you go. Sandy says, okay, I will check out Evergreen then. There you go. Nice. Yeah, Evergreen is a good site. I've ordered, like I said, I order obviously plastic from them, and really good company. Really good company. So, yeah. Let's see. Tim dressed like Worrell. Ernest P. Worrell. Nah, nothing like that, dude. Nothing like that. No, man. You know, I was like I said, I was into hip hop back in the day. You know, and you're talking mid '90s, so you're talking, you know, starter jackets and you know, Levi's, Timberlands, you know, that sort of thing. I grew up on the East Coast, so, you know, we didn't mess around with the West Coast styles, nothing like that. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, I grew up listening to, like, you know, like New York hip hop and stuff like that. So that's, yeah, that was me back in the day. Gamerbud says, wow, that's $10 cheaper than I have seen the Chopper 2 in a lot of places. Nice. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, that is a good price. Yeah, that is a good price. Donnie Baxter, WooWare. Oh my God, you're talking my language now, Donnie. WooWare, what, Carl Kanai? Mind you, I couldn't afford any of that shit back in the day, but yeah, I'm very familiar with it. What else? There was Carl Kanai, there was Cross Colors, obviously. But that was, you know, that was iffy. I mean, because if you dress in a lot of cross-color stuff, I mean, you ended up looking like a clown from Ringling Brothers, right? Because super crazy bright colors, right? Cross colors for, you know, they named cross colors for a reason, right? You know, but yeah, what the, you know, the starter jackets and stuff like that, starter hats and everything. Yeah, that was me. That was me back in the day. I mean, hell, for the most part, it's still me today. I'm not afraid to admit it. I still get down listening to classic stuff, classic hip hop. Well, by today's standards, it's classic, right? The boom bap era, as it is referred to, and it's really just the golden age of hip hop. Let's be honest. Yeah. Let's be honest. Because today's hip hop is, for the most part, trash. It's just my opinion, right? What am I gonna do? That's just my opinion. So, anyway, let's see. What we need now is to wrap this bracket over this angle, which is not, it's not an enviable task, I will say. So 2 millimeters there looks to be a good width, and then we'll probably have to stack 2 millimeter on top of that, and then bring a piece down, right? So for that, maybe we go a little bit thinner in width. Maybe, I don't know, 3.2, or maybe is that 4? I don't know. I can't tell. .2, yeah. So, yeah, I like that. That'll wrap around that angle real nice. So what we need is we need some more 2mm strips here, and we're gonna need some 3.2 as well. Yeah. Bailey, agree 100%. Yeah. KH, today's hip hop is a joke. Yeah. Absolutely. Man, you guys are bringing it back. Yeah, look at this. They aren't writing. Yeah, I agree, Bailey. I agree. Ultraman Dyna, MC Breed. There ain't no future in your front. Holy shit! Talk about taking it back. Jesus. See, you know, the kind of hip hop that I used to listen to back in the day, you know, obviously, like I said, I was definitely more kind of New York, you know, East Coast hip hop. So Biggie was a big one. Let's see, Gangstar. Oh my God, yes, those are just absolute classics, right? Who else? EPMD, Redman, Keith Murray, DOS Effects. Come on, Diggity DOS Effects. Come on, man. I mean, like, DOS Effects was the best back in the days. They just had such great style. I loved DOS Effects back in the day, and I still have DOS Effects even today on my phone, and I will still dig it out and listen to their stuff, you know. You know, early Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, of course. Thank you, Bailey. Mobb Deep, yes. Nas, come on, you can't, like, Nas is a given, I think. God, I'm just trying to rack my brain. Who else? Let's see who I have on, on my list here. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, so Mobb Deep, it's a big one. Early Roots, Eric B and Rakim solo stuff, yeah. Some LL Cool J, especially like early LL Cool J was great. Run DMC, of course. Okay, so here's a deep one. Here's a deep one for you guys. Smith & Wesson. If you know kind of 90s East Coast hip-hop, you know that name, Smith & Wesson. They had some great songs. Naughty by Nature, of course. De La Soul, a few of those here and there. Mos Def. Even today, some of Mos Def is really, really good. Man, the Fugees? Yeah, the Fugees? Come on. What else? Common? Holy shit, yeah, Common. Dude, yeah. Gangstar. Oh, you know my steez. Royalty, Above the Clouds, Mass Appeal. Militia. Full Clip, yeah. Come on now. What else? Lost Boys. Oh my God, you want party hip hop from the 90s? The Lost Boys. Yes. What else? Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Tribe Called Quest. Come on. Black Star. Yeah. Beatnuts. You know, all of the Wu-Tang, they're all their solo stuff. Talib Kweli, amazing, fabulous. Some of his was pretty good. And then today, Run of Jewels, just amazing, amazing stuff. A few from Outkast. What else? Camp Low. Camp Low. Y'all look that up. MOP. Oh, when I hear Annie Up, it's like that one video of the dude driving with his son. You guys have probably seen it on Facebook. He's just driving along, you know, and you know, here's the Annie Up. I think it was Annie Up, and you know, he's grabbing his kid and he's just, you know, going crazy and everything. Oh, that's literally like where my mind goes when I hear Annie Up, man. It's just, oh, so good, man. You know, Tupac, of course, that's a given. Scarface has got some good ones, yeah. What else? Yeah, oh yeah, High Tech and Talib Kweli. The Blast. Oh, so good, man. So good. And then even today, so like Action Bronson has some decent ones. Yeah, I'll give it to him. I don't like a lot of his stuff, but he's got some good ones here and there. Easy Rider is probably one of my favorites from him, right? Really, really good. So yeah, that's what's in my hip hop playlist. That's what I used to listen to, right? Donnie Baxter says, much respect. I'm 38. You have to be right around. Yeah, dude, I'm 40. I'll be 41 in a couple weeks. 2 weeks. What, 2 weeks? Yeah, I'll be 41 in 2 weeks. Yeah, so there you go. So yeah, man, mid-90s boom bap hip hop. Yes, that's my stuff back in the day, man. That's my stuff. Donnie says, Smith & Wesson Boot Camp Click used to be my shit. Yes, yes. Loved it all, man. God, what was the one dude's name? Damn it. See, I was always on Smith & Wesson, but then, see, I can't remember the rest of them. God, there was the single, the one solo guy, and then they had, the other two guys, shit, and I can't remember what the group's name was. They did La Fleur, La Fla, Shkoshka. What was it? Helter Skelter. Helter Skelter. Yeah. Yeah, and oh man, yeah, they were good. They were good back in the day. Good back in the day. Busta Rhymes, yeah, not bad. He had a few there, James. He had a few. Bone Thugs, some, yeah, some. Public Enemy, yeah. I will definitely get down with some Public Enemy. Yeah, Andrew, you probably weren't even born yet, so shut up. Get out of this conversation, Andrew. Young Andrew. We're talking what, 25 years ago at this point. Grown-ups are speaking. Thank you KH. Grown-ups are speaking. This is grown man shit right here. Love it. So yeah, so that's an insight to what my teenage years were like. You know, predominantly East Coast hip hop, but you know, don't get me wrong, I messed around with some rock and roll and stuff like that too. So yeah, don't get it twisted. I used to listen to a little bit of Metallica, a little bit of Beastie Boys back in the day. The Beasties, you know, had their classics right around those mid-90s eras and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good back in the day. Yeah. Today's hip hop is trash. Yes, Ultraman Dyna. Thank you. There's a few There's a few today. Don't get me wrong. There's still a few holding on to some amazing style. Run the Jewels is one of the ones that is keeping hip hop, you know? Just, you know, yeah. Killer Mike, LP, they do the genre justice. Let's put it that way. They do it justice. And that's what I like. That's what I like. Because, man, Run the Jewels, you guys, is like the perfect mix of East Coast New York with that Southern kind of style, I guess, right? Yeah. Bailey says very few. Kendrick Lamar. You know, I like a few of Kendrick Lamar's stuff. Don't get me wrong. Just a lot of it. I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. It's just not my style. It's yeah. I like some of it, but not all of it. Let's put it that way. Okay. Get some more brackets made here, right? So these are 2x2s. And I'll be honest with you, as I have matured, not gotten old, matured, my tastes have definitely, you know, kind of, I guess, expanded, if you will. I think I appreciate music now, I think, for more of what it is, and the, I guess, the effort that went into making said music, right? So I can appreciate more artists that I probably wouldn't have even given a second thought, you know, kind of in my earlier years, let's say. And it's always good to expand your appreciation of the arts, no matter what it is, whether it be music or whether it be traditional art or digital art or three-dimensional art or tangible three-dimensional art, like what we make. We make tangible three-dimensional art. Yeah. So expand on what you like. Trust me, you'll thank me. Woo! Half Sight. Let's read a few comments here and there. Bailey says, well, Kendrick's West Coast, so if you were partial to East... Yeah, exactly, partial to East Coast. Yeah, I mean, that was me. Chris R. Bowie is fantastic. Love me some Queen. Yeah, come on. I mean, that's classic rock and roll, man. I mean, and dude, I love classic rock. And that's kind of as I have matured, my tastes have expanded. My, you know, world of music has expanded as well. So yeah, man, like Queen, Bowie, Billy Joel, Elton John. Come on. Don't fuck with classics, right? And then, you know, you got like classic rock. Let's see what's on the classic rock playlist, shall we? Oh, it's not updated. Son of a bitch. Ugh. It's not updated. My classic rock playlist is not. Oh, wait. Nope, here it is. I put it in the wrong place. AC/DC. It's a given. Allman Brothers, Bachman Turner Overdrive, Bob Seger. Come on, don't fuck with Bob Seger, man. Crosby, Stills and Nash, the Eagles. What? The Eagles, man? Yeah. Foghat, Foreigner, Free, Grand Funk Railroad, the Hollies, Joe Walsh, Creedence, Kansas, Journey, Zeppelin, come on, Motorhead, yeah. What else? The Stones, yeah. Steppenwolf, Styx, Thin Lizzy, The Turtles, ZZ Top. What else? 38 Special, Caught Up in You, yeah. Come on. So those are some of the classic rock, you know, playlist things that I have on here as well. But you know, I listen to whatever suits the particular mood that I'm in, whatever the case may be, right? So yeah. What else? Scarface, everybody's saying. Vincent Lewis, welcome Vincent. Bailey Genesis, holy shit, yes. Too Short, Vincent Lewis. You know, I could. Too Short was West Coast. I really didn't get down with West Coast stuff. It was a little too slow, I guess, for me. It just wasn't my style. But yeah, I mean, great rhymes and stuff. Ultraman Dyna, the Beatles, yeah. What else? Cage, AC/DC, yeah. Ultraman Dyna, Def Leppard, yeah. Edwin R.S.A., Red Hot Chili Peppers, hell yeah. I wouldn't say Red Hot Chili Peppers is necessarily classic rock in terms of what I have on my playlist, but yeah. Let's see. Bailey says Starship, nice. Vincent Lewis, Smith & Wesson was the stuff. Yes, it was, dude. Spider2K2, James 2, he says, Tim, I will admit this, I've been a Weird Al fan since the 80s. Yeah, nice. Vincent Lewis, Black Moon, thank you. I couldn't remember. Yes, Black Moon, thank you, yes. Chris R, I'm disappointed in you, Tim. No Iron Maiden. No, you know, I wasn't like, I wasn't into the hair metal. And that's kind of what I would classify Iron Maiden in, that sort of genre. Not necessarily like with Poison and that, but kind of in that era. And it just wasn't really my thing back then. Bailey says, I go British for rock and alternative. Yeah. Radiohead. Yeah, they had some good ones. Half-Side Emerald by Thin Lizzy, an amazing song ahead of its time. Nice. Fuda Baoi, Luscious Jackson. Never really got into that stuff. Never really got into that stuff. But, you know, like I said, my tastes have absolutely expanded. Shit, I'll be honest with you guys. One thing that I'm really appreciating here recently, and don't hate me on this, is Justin Timberlake. He's got a few songs that I really, really like. You know, some of his newer stuff, you know, where he's matured as well. There's this one song that he has out with Chris Stapleton. It's called Say Something, right? Great song. Great fucking song. And what makes it, I think what made it even better for me, and if you guys haven't seen, go check out the video for this song, Say Something by Justin Timberlake, right? It's all done in one take. So there's no cuts in it at all. It's all one shot. So this cameraman is moving and intertwining all over the place in this like vintage, like turn of the century apartment building or office building or whatever it's filmed in. And it's just incredible how it's incredible the camera work and everything. So go check it out. I'm like playing it on loop here recently because I'm kind of into it, right? But you know, like I said, stuff like that is really, really good. What else? You know, like I said, I can appreciate artistry now, you know? So, yeah, it's good stuff. I highly recommend it. And obviously, we're just talking about music and stuff while I'm making these boring-ass brackets, so what are you going to do? Man, I saw this post on the Gundam Network on Facebook today, the Gundam Network group, and somebody was asking, hey, are there any good tutorials on scribing? And someone had mentioned, hey, watch Child of Mecha's live stream. I'm like, aw, you guys, that's awesome. So that was a good feeling. That was a good feeling to see that. But then he said there's a lot of off topics, and I'm like, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. I admit that. But you know what? The thing is that, and like I said when I replied to him, I said, you know, the live streams are a lot of fun, and I try to explain everything as much as possible, but I also do my best to not neglect the audience, which can be very, very challenging sometimes, right? So it wobbles back and forth a great deal. So here we go. Good there. Rock and roll. All right, so the 2x2s are all put together there. Those are curing. We've got these 3x2 or 3.2 strips over here. Let's see. We're gonna be done with that. Let's switch back to camera 1, shall we? Boom. There we go. All right. Let's see. Ultraman Dyna U2. Bailey, yeah, I agree with Bailey. Early U2. Not some of the, you know, other shit that they have out now. Man, Vincent Lewis has got great suggestions. KRS-One. You know, I do like some KRS-One. I do like some of Chris's songs. What is it? Rapture. One of my favorites of his. You know, he got, obviously he got a lot preachy later in his hip hop career, but even in his earlier stuff, he was still a little preachy, but still he made some hits, man. He made some hits. So yeah, I'll agree with that. I will agree with that. But yeah, going back, Bailey says early U2. Hey, Kawaii Monster 805. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family. And so yeah, later U2 or early U2, not later. Yeah, was definitely better. Bloody Sunday, all that. Yeah. KH says even worth checking out some other countries' music found. I stumbled upon a good Korean indie rock band, Hayuko. Huh. Interesting. There's some cool shit that can be found on YouTube. What is it? Let's see. What is it? If you guys, okay. So if you guys ever watch or do watch Vikings on the History Channel, you know, Ragnar and the gang, you'll know the background music, right? And the very Viking-ish music, and I love that shit, right? Because it's not necessarily like, it's like traditional, like, I guess Celtic, Viking, Scandinavian music meets kind of modern kind of influences, right? So it's really, really cool shit, and it's very ambient, and it's just kind of stuff you put on the background, and you just kind of get lost in your own head too. The group that did it is called Wardruna. It's probably pronounced Vordruna or something like that, but hell, I don't know. But it's spelled W-A-R-D-R-U-N-A. Wardruna. Whatever. Wardruna. And I'm going to tell you what, guys. They have, I think, like 3 or 4 albums out, and I've got 3 of them, and they are good if you're into that, you know, type of stuff. Just holy shit good. And what is it? There's also this I guess it's like either a Chinese or Mongolian group on YouTube that do like the monk, the that throat in it. God, got me raspy. That throaty, raspy hum, kind of like the, I guess, like Hindu monks and stuff like that do. And I'm gonna tell you what, man, like they mixed it with like modern, I guess, like hip hop beats and stuff like that, or and rock beats and stuff. Woo! Like that is cool shit, man. And for the life of me, I can't remember the damn name of the group, and I apologize. Jumar Belasina? I'm sorry, Jumar. If I'm brutalizing your name, I'm sorry. Kind of like Gregorian chant. Sort of, yeah, sort of. But this is the more kind of Mongolian raspy, thing, like, If you guys ever watched, and you probably didn't because it didn't get very good ratings, the Marco Polo series on Netflix, I do highly recommend it. It is a very good series. It got two seasons and then it got cut. Tragic, but I digress. It's definitely more like that. So you're kind of Mongolian, Tibetan monk. Yes, thank you, Bailey. Thank you for clearing that up. More Tibetan kind of chanting. Very throaty, raspy, deep down in, down in there. Almost growling, but it's fucking cool, man. Really is cool. Chris R gave us a link here. What's the link? Is this the one? Is this who I'm talking about? Wardruna. Yes. Okay. So Wardruna's YouTube page. Thank you, Chris. They're amazing. Yes. And they've got the Wardruna is just like they've got like hard ass songs, but then they've got more ballads and stuff. I mean, they run the gambit of musical stuff, but man, it's so good. But anyway, yeah, like Halfsight said, Mongolian, Tibetan chants, couple of metal bands from over there that use it. Yes, I think that's what we're talking about. I think that's what I was hoping to refer to. But man, it's good shit. Like I was rocking out to it one day while working. Just had it on in the background on Facebook, and I'm just plugging away at my work and everything. I'm like, yeah, this rocks, man. So good stuff there. You can find all sorts of cool stuff on YouTube, man. Really, all sorts of cool stuff. Gamer Bud, hell yeah, Vikings, Vikings. He fixed it after that, but yeah, man. Cage just started watching the latest episodes of Vikings. What they do to Lagatha change the actor? No, she's older now. She's got the white hair and everything. She's still hot though. I'm gonna tell you what. Oh, still hot. And I'm sorry, you for the ladies in the audience. I apologize. I don't mean to be like that. I'm just saying she's a very attractive lady. Anyway, I digress though. But yeah, just it's a great series, great music. So Wardruna is the group that does 99% of that music. They did not do the opening song. That was done by another what is it? Another group. What are they called? God, I know I have it in my library somewhere, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. But it's done by another group, and that's a great song too. Really, really good. Yeah, so just expand your musical library is all I'm saying. Listen to your comfort zones when you need them, but when you're feeling adventurous, expand out. You'll never know what you find. So we found some good stuff on the good old YouTubes. So yeah, Julius Dembski, I'm out. Have to work at 4 a.m. Night all. Tim, thanks for the help with that other thing. You, sir, are welcome. Thank you for watching as always, Julius. Have a good night. And good luck at work tomorrow morning, brother. And you know what? And that's a good transition because it is now 12:35, 12:34 in the PM or AM here. So we went a few minutes long. Obviously, we came on a little bit late, so we're right around our 2 hours. Yeah. So. All right, so boys and girls, thank you for watching. If you want to get one of these cool-ass Grim Reaper shirts, you can do so by going to www.childofmecha.com. Go hit that up. Hit the store button up at the top. You'll be transported to the store where you can get shirts, hats, bags, etc. And then if you're interested in any of the tools and stuff like that we used here tonight, check the Amazon link just below. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, this side if you're watching on Facebook, like I said, they do have some limited MadWorks products now on available on Amazon. I do have that in the Amazon link below, quarantined off by itself. So check it out if you're into that. And as always, if you need models, if you need paints, if you need accessories and detail parts, go to these guys right here. USA Gundam Store, the Adam and the guys. They are all awesome, and they will definitely hook you up. So Ultraman Dyna says, Tim, please wait. Okay, we will please wait. We are waiting for Ultraman Dyna. What are we waiting for, Ultraman? I don't know what we're waiting for, but it better be good. Better damn well be good, Ultraman. You're wasting my time. No, I'm totally fucking with you, dude. Let's see. Oh, you used, let's see, Ultraman Dyna, you used a set of pliers the other day. You used them to break the styrene. Ah, okay. Yes. Don't forget Valentine's Day for your significant other. Thank you, Julius. Yes. So these right there. Oh, we're not in 2-camera, are we? So these guys right here, right? Right over here. These guys. Yes, use them to break the styrene. Yeah, these are little Stanley miniature pliers, and let's see. I'm not sure if they're still available on Amazon or not. I believe I tried looking for those. Let me see the list. My list here. Oh, that's not the one. Go back. Tools for scale modeling. Here we go. Let's see what we've got in here. Scroll down, scroll down. No. Yeah, see, I don't have them on the list because I don't know if they're I don't think they were available last time I checked. Stanley Mini plier set. Let's see. Yeah, see, the set that I have, it's on there, but it's not available on like on Prime and stuff. But we'll go ahead and put it on there. The set that I have comes in with 6 different pairs of pliers, and they're about, oh wait, no, there is one on Prime. So $23.50 for a set of 6. These are all kind of miniature plier sets, right? Yeah, these are good little things to have. I mean, they're not your full size plier, obviously, right? You know, these fit well kind of in your hand, and they're nice for detail work. You know, this is the miniature needle nose. It does have the cutting, inner cutting blade there, so for metal rod and stuff. It comes with these two. Let's see, it comes with this nice angled plier here. Pretty nice, right? It comes with these, what are these? Shit, I can't remember the damn names. What are these? Slip jaw, lock jaw, something like that. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And then it comes with these kind of nice heavy duty kind of wire cutters here. These guys, right? But then you've got your standard nice wire cutters here for kind of, you know, heavier duty operations. And yeah, so that's all the 6 that you get in that set. So I just put it on the list. You know, you can go and look at that. Like I said, the set, the cheapest that they have on there is $22.19, but for like $1 more you can get it on Prime. Just hit up the slip joint. Thank you, Bailey. I couldn't, for some reason I couldn't remember that off the top of my head. Yeah, so I just put that on the list, and underneath of the listing you can click on like the other sellers and stuff like that and see all the list of prices on Amazon. So yeah. So that's what I've got, and I really like these little guys. They come in very handy, like you've seen. So yeah. So anyway, but yeah, Bailey says jewelry, craft, jewelry tools and stuff like that. Yeah, very handy, very handy. And bead makers, they all use kind of the same stuff. Exactly. Got a set from Craftsman a long time ago, but it was only for Craftsman. Now at Lowe's, yeah, get red tools at the Blue Store now. Yeah, right, good stuff. So, all right, everybody. So we'll be back here on Wednesday, and we'll continue. So hopefully I will have made a little bit more progress on these brackets and stuff like that by then, and yeah, we'll have fun. So until next time, you guys, have an amazing Tuesday. Be safe out there. Build something cool. We'll see you on Wednesday.